Hey Steelers Nation, welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into everything black and gold. As always, our Steelers are working hard to improve and deliver those electrifying performances that keep us on the edge of our seats. Before we dive into today's action-packed discussion, covering everything from wide receiver woes to Russell Wilson's future, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support helps us bring you the best Steelers content, so let's get into it. Let's start with the wide receiver situation. Steelers Nation, we've all seen the highs and lows of this season, especially after the team traded Deontay Johnson to the Panthers. While Johnson's attitude issues made his exit seem justified, it left a glaring hole alongside George Pickens. Now, with Pickens out due to a hamstring injury, and let's be real, his on-field antics causing just as much chatter as his talent, the question arises, could Odell Beckham Jr. be the answer? Former NFL GM Doug Whaley thinks so, and not just for what OBJ could bring on the field. Whaley believes Beckham could serve as a mentor to Pickens, helping him navigate the pressures of stardom. Beckham, who exploded onto the scene in New York but stumbled due to off-field distractions, could offer valuable guidance. Imagine this conversation. OBJ sits down with Pickens and says, "Look, I've been where you are, young, talented, and under the spotlight. Here's how you avoid the traps I fell into and focus on being the best receiver in the league." Steelers Nation, what do you think? Could Beckham's presence help rein in Pickens' fiery personality and take his game to the next level? Or is this move too risky for a team already dealing with its fair share of drama? Let me know in the comments. We got a glimpse of life without Pickens during the Week 14 win against the Browns. While Russell Wilson spread the ball effectively, it was clear the offense lacked its usual spark. Week 15's loss to the Eagles only emphasized how crucial Pickens is to this team. Now, head coach Mike Tomlin isn't one to make excuses, but even he has to admit the receiving core is thin without Pickens. Add in his physical altercations and trash-talking, like the Week 12 fight with Greg Newsome II, and you've got a young star who needs some guidance. But here's the bigger question. Should the Steelers rush Pickens back? Or should they prioritize his health for a playoff push? Let me know what you think. Play it safe or risk it all? Let's shift gears to the man under center, Russell Wilson. After a few rocky years in Denver, Russ has found new life in Pittsburgh. He's on the verge of leading the Steelers to their first playoff appearance in 5 years. But here's where things get tricky. Wilson's future with the team is anything but guaranteed. Speaking on Hard Knocks, in season with the AFC North, Wilson was asked if he'd re-sign with the Steelers. His response? Hopefully. I love it here. Hopefully we win a Super Bowl. Steelers Nation, we all know actions speak louder than words. While Wilson's play has been solid, the Steelers haven't locked him down with an extension. And with the Broncos still paying him for another season, it raises the question, will the Steelers invest big money in Wilson, or will they look elsewhere? If the Steelers don't re-sign Wilson, it could open the door for him to become the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL for 2025, thanks to his combined salaries from Denver and a potential new team. But is Wilson the long-term solution for Pittsburgh? It was a nightmare moment for every Steelers fan. In the final moments of the 27-13 loss to the Eagles, our defensive superstar T.J. Watt went down with what looked like a devastating injury. The fear? A long-term absence that could derail our playoff hopes. Initially reported as a low ankle sprain, the injury had fans bracing for the worst. Losing Watt, even for a short stretch, felt like a gut punch during what's arguably the toughest part of our schedule. But hold your terrible towels tight. There's good news on the horizon. According to ESPN's Kimberly A. Martin, T.J. Watt is likely to suit up for this Saturday's critical matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. I checked in on this, and the expectation, I'm told, is that he will be ready to go, Martin shared. Yesterday was a light day. It was a walkthrough. He did not practice, but I'm told that he does feel better, and he expects to play. How about that for a relief? Watt dodging a significant setback is nothing short of a blessing for a team that leans heavily on his leadership and playmaking ability. Let's be real. TJ Watt is more than just a player. He's the engine of our defense. His stats this season speak volumes. 38 solo tackles, 11.5 sacks, 6 forced fumbles. NFL leader. It's no wonder Watt is the frontrunner for the Defensive Player of the Year award. Whether it's terrorizing quarterbacks or forcing game-changing turnovers, Watt's presence elevates the entire defense, but his impact goes beyond the numbers. He's a symbol of resilience and determination, embodying everything that makes Steelers football special. And let's not forget, when Watt isn't on the field, the team struggles to maintain its defensive dominance. Steelers Nation, how do you feel knowing TJ will likely be back on Saturday? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. The NFL is not for the faint of heart, and the Steelers are in the thick of their toughest challenge yet. 3 games in 10 days against elite teams? That's the definition of brutal. The loss to the Eagles was a tough pill to swallow, but now the focus shifts to the Ravens. This isn't just any game. It's an AFC North showdown with massive playoff implications. While a 10-4 record has already secured us a postseason berth, this game could be the deciding factor in clinching the division title. Having Watt on the field, even at less than 100%, could make all the difference. But here's the catch. Can we afford to push Watt too hard? Should the team prioritize his long-term health, or is the Ravens game too important to hold back? Steelers Nation, I need your take. Let me know in the comments. This season isn't just about wins and losses. It's about legacy. Watt is having another incredible year, and a Super Bowl title would solidify his place among the all-time greats. The Steelers are built for a deep playoff run, but let's not kid ourselves. Watt's health is the X factor. Without him at his best, our defense loses its teeth, and the road to the Super Bowl becomes that much steeper. What do you think, Steelers Nation? Is this the year Watt and the Steelers bring home Lombardi number 7? Looking ahead, the Steelers face a tough stretch of games to close out the regular season, including matchups against the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bengals. Offensive coordinator Arthur Smith will need to get creative, especially with a short-handed receiving core. But here's where you come in, Steelers Nation. We want to hear from you. 1. Should the Steelers take a chance on signing Odell Beckham Jr.? Is his mentorship worth the risk? 2. What's your take on George Pickens? Does he need to tone it down, or do you love his fiery passion? 3. Russell Wilson's future. Extend him or let him walk. Is he the quarterback to lead us to the promised land? Steelers Nation, we're at a crossroads. With questions swirling around the wide receiver room and the quarterback position, the decisions made in the coming weeks will shape the future of this team. One thing's for sure, this team never backs down from a challenge. If you enjoyed today's breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. And don't forget to join the conversation in the comments. Your passion and insights are what make this community special. As always, here we go, Steelers.